What up, though? It's your boy Danye BC2, and today we have a video about are men scared of approaching women? So we're gonna jump right into it and react to this podcast and see exactly what they're talking about.
To get, prepare your meal later and take your time getting it together. Or are you ready to eat right now?
I think women often confuse like intimidation with just unpleasantry. Like some men they might not approach you because they feel like you just genuinely unpleasant person. Like you know what I mean. So women would take that as he's intimidated by me, and that don't got nothing to do with it. Like you know what I mean. So
what are the characteristics of unpleasant?
Just attitude. Like that is.
Well, a lot of black women have strong facial features, so.
Yeah, but your face ain't got to be like.
You could tell when somebody's interested in your conversation or your approach.
Y'all get my black women, y'all allowed to smile. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to be serious all the time.
And when a nigga say, yo, you can smile, that's not.
A nigga don't tell me when to smile. I smile when I want to smile. Like, it's a lot of this.
And I agree. Definitely, I feel like many women don't get approached because they do look like they hard as shit. They look like they ready to fight you if you say something to them. Like, the women that like, you be like, oh, you say something like, how you doing? And like, they look at you like you crazy. Like, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why men don't approach. So I feel like if you give a more pleasant aura off or you smile more, I think better things will attract to you. I definitely think that I don't like the excuse she made of black women have stronger facial features. It's like that doesn't make you look like you want to like throw me through a wall. Like what we talking about? But hey,
what's going on, like, how y'all feel about that topic?
I don't feel like men are really intimidated. I just think it's hard to approach women nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way you can just come up and speak to them. It's so hard. Like, you have to meet them at work where they kind of get a vibe for you, or you got to know them, or a friend of a friend. It's no way you can approach a woman in the street nowadays.
I do agree with this guy. I do agree that, like he said, you got to meet these women at school if you're at school, at work. A lot of these women that you meet are because of the situations and environment that you're around. So, and it also allows for you to have more interactions with these people. If you keep bumping into the same person every day, there's a good chance that y'all are going to speak to each other. So I do agree. And especially now, especially after you get out of school, like it's hard. It's hard if you really aren't a go out person as much. And I'm not even talking about to the clubs or the bar and stuff. That's not my cup of tea. And I think personally, I just don't think my wife is going to be at a club. It's not going to happen. But even in a social setting, maybe grabbing coffee, you might run into something. But people are always busy, always doing something, always moving. So it is, like I said, much harder. And I do agree, it's much harder to be interacting with these people.
So crazy to me.
And your chances are better talking to a female on social media than talking to her in person.
That's true. That's true.
Men are so, I don't want to necessarily use the word intimidated, but I feel like a lot of men of today's generation don't know how to approach women outside of social media because everyone has gotten so used to dating online. So now everyone's gotten used to being online in general. Like, people can't like hold a conversation with random people like that anymore. It's very hard for people. Half of us have social anxiety. Like, niggas just like scared to talk to each other. Yeah. So it's like, I've seen this happen multiple times. Dudes have seen me out. You know me kind of like by association, but instead of like approaching me in public, you want to slide in my DMs when you could have just talked to me when you saw me.
And that's where it is sad. It is a sad time that we live in. People blamed it on COVID. They said that during COVID that it made everybody stay inside and made people, even after COVID ended, people really strayed away from talking to people. Remember during that time where like if you coughed or looked wrong, people are looking at you crazy. Like if you coughed, if you was like near, you couldn't be near people because it was like everybody was scared of COVID. And then I definitely think it made people antisocial. People stop really interacting with each other as much. Are we getting better with it? Yes. And like she said about the online, like people are messaging each other. People are, oh my God, these women drop a post and get 100 reactions. And personally, I don't think it's realistic to be trying to find your soulmate online because of just how you found them. I think more interactions in person will lead to more relationships to happen. So I would not recommend trying to find somebody online. And I also think that the game online for men, tough. You want to talk about tough? Imagine seeing 100 people putting hearts on your stories. Now this girl thinks she got 100 different options to choose from. That's the type of stuff you're going up against online. And like I said, it's also anybody can shoot their shot. So
he couldn't. Men are very calculated. Like, you get what I'm saying? So if they have a history of approaching women in a respectful manner and they just walking fast, like you were saying earlier, or they so, oh, I'm by myself in the street, I have to have this defense mechanism up. We're calculated. You get what I'm saying? So on social media, it's easier because you ain't got to worry about having that guard up because you're not in the street. You ain't got to worry about him being a predator.
Like in other instances where it could be easy for men to approach women, they don't do it. Like if you're at a bar, a club, a restaurant, men will sit there. I've seen it happen multiple times. Dude just sitting there staring at a girl. I'm like, just go fucking talk to her. Like, why are you like just sitting
up like I was late on Instagram? Like, yeah, I see you at the bar.
Oh my God, that is creepy.
Stalky too. Like it's like, damn, I just saw.
That is a very bad move. If you're the person that's doing that, hitting girls up after you've seen them, saying I seen you, that looks crazy. That's a bad situation. My men out there do not do that.
Same thing.
Yes.
I feel
Maybe.
like it's time for y'all to change y'all's approach. I think that's what it's really calling for.
What approach would that be?
I feel like the old school approach was, hey, mama,
niggas ain't doing that.
No, listen, that's what they used to do. That's what they used. They do a little bit.
And then since you were like, I bitch, fuck you, ugly anyway.
Yeah, no.
Big ass hand. It's
I
like,
hate
you
it.
just was saying I was cute.
And that's where I feel like, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's where like the bums, you know, the people that you say bummy or people that you call deadbeats and all those trash guys you talk about, they're the one that's shooting them shots. And they be hitting sometimes because they just shoot them shots. I feel like so this is, I feel like the categories. I feel like you can be one of those, let's say, hood people where you just confident, you don't care. I mean, listen, you wake up to smoke and sit on the porch. So you got time on your hands. You got nothing to fear. You got nothing to worry about. So of course you're gonna shoot your shot at anything walking because what else you gonna do? So you got those people, then you got the people that's in between. They work, they money ain't exactly there. And they just, like I said, they just work and stay to themselves and they just are pretty focused. And they don't want to approach the woman because it's like they barely are in those environments to even approach them. So they're not comfortable with it. They're also more focused on themselves and they're scared of rejection. And even so, let's say that you're in a position where you're not making that much money. You're trying to get yourself right. And let's say a nice joint, let's say the Jones on the couch approach or just walking in your facility. I don't think you're going to be confident to be like, I can bag those people in the situation I'm in now. I think that's that middle tier. And I think that another tier is those people that are confident, that have the funds, let's say, that are very confident in how they look. And I think those people can shoot, are the ones shooting shots too and hitting a lot of things. And those top tier they call men, or those people that look better, is they're approaching these women because they're like, listen, they lucky that I'm approaching them. They got that type of confidence to where you lucky I'm even giving you the attention. And I feel like those are the people that are definitely hitting. Those are the people that you should try to strive to be like, to where you're confident enough to even approach these certain type of women. But I think the game definitely is changing. Stay offline when you talk about trying to interact with people as much. Of course, I think online is more of networking and building like a team more of so. But I think in relationships, try to hit that thing offline. And yeah, so that's just my feelings about it. Let me know what you think. Do you think men should be approaching women more? Do you think that people approach women enough? And hey, sometimes listen, I ain't gonna lie, even when I go out sometimes, I don't even want to be bothered, bro. I truly don't. I don't even feel like having that effort, but please do me a huge favor. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're still 10 minutes and 38 seconds into this video. I would appreciate it. And you see that Cash App down below if you're feeling generous. But I'm going to see y'all in the next vid. I'm going to holla at y'all.